program is brought to you through the kind support of the Friends of That's What She Said. Support BCTV by visiting bctv.org/support.
It used to be great, now it's not so great, but it's still pretty great. Reading. It used to have lights, then it didn't have lights. New, with LED lights. Pagoda. Did they really say that? They did not say that. Yeah, they did say that. That's what she said.
And here we are. Welcome to another episode of That's What She Said. I've been instructed. Well, actually, we'll do introductions and then we'll go to the instructional part. Of course, I'm Jane Street. Welcome all in this wintry wonderland we have. And who's here beside me?
Me.
Yes, you. Who else could be beside me?
I'm Martha. Tonight we're drinking Yinglings.
Woo!
Ooh,
and I'm
pretzels.
Nicole, drinking a Yingling.
That's wonderful. Now to the part that I've been told I must do on air, because
Yes.
because the heels don't really work well in the snow. I wore other shoes tonight, and I was told that we should have a Mr. Rogers moment where I change in from my little blue boat shoes into these exciting red shoes. So,
Those shoes are
if
exciting.
everyone will hum the Mr. or sing the Mr. Rogers theme.
How'd that go again? It's a beautiful day. It's a neighborhood, a beautiful day.
It was your idea, Jamie.
Mine. Won't you be mine?
It's
Like,
a
trying to do this.
Beautywood, the neighborly day in the beauty.
Oh, all right.
You guys remember it better than
Woo!
I hope Jamie is now happy that
Shoes changed, all is well.
it is. It's the magic of television.
Ain't no harm.
There was magic happening down here.
And let's move quickly on from my feet. And well, actually, up here behind me is a wonderful Secret Santa gift that I was gifted with by our lovely friends over at Dutch Apple. And
fantastic.
Katrina
That's
gave this to me.
fantastic.
It's an apron that says, "Jane, it's a wonderful life," and has a, I don't know where she got that picture of me, but
I like the flower on your
yes,
head. I
it's
think
very-
that's really cute.
even though I would never wear a flower in my hair.
Why
but-
not? You
Oh, well,
should.
that's
Look
true.
how
I
nice
should.
it looks.
Well, it does. It does.
Maybe this spring.
Maybe, yes, in the
flowers.
spring, someone will bring me
Only
a
a few
flower
weeks
and I will
away.
wear it
Is that
from
Flower
your
Girl
lips.
song?
But anyway, because we were going to talk about what, given that the temperature is not going to raise above bitterly icky cold in the next week or so.
Unless you're in here.
Well, unless you're in
It's
here,
hot.
it's warm in here.
Yeah.
We love it.
We're here.
It's like being at the beach. But
Without
we
the
were
sand
going
in
to. What is everyone's favorite? Shut up a moment, ladies. We're doing a show here.
Jane almost made me put beer in my nose. Did you see that?
It's the Sheila beer fountain.
Yeah.
So we were curious about what everyone's favorite comfort food is. What do you love to have when you get home from a cold, blustery day and come in? What is it that you want to
Soup.
warm your soul? Soup.
I could eat soup all year long.
Well, what
but
kind?
I'm going
Any
with hot.
specific
I
kind
love
of soup?
No, any soup. I love soup.
I think a toss-up between mac and cheese, which I made tonight, and scotch.
I was going to say a
That'll
good
warm you
Manhattan just warms
Take
the
care
soul.
of
Gosh, wow, that'll put hair on your chest, Martha.
Mine's ham and green bean soup.
Ooh.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's my
I
Granny
love ham and
Franny's
green beans.
recipe.
I haven't had ham and green bean soup in ages.
Granny Franny. Is
Yeah,
that really her name? That's so cute.
Yeah, she passed a couple years ago, but
Aw.
my youngest memories of snowy days are her making this, and it takes all day because she'd cook the ham bone and make the
Yeah.
broth all day, and I just
Oh,
did
that's
on
legit.
Sunday.
Yeah, like she did.
Yeah,
it
I
real.
had a ham bone left over, so I made it, and it turned out fantastic. And it's a white soup with ham and green
Yeah.
beans and potatoes in it.
Oh, nice.
So if you can make it, come on over to the house. We got some leftovers. It's delicious. It makes
Ooh.
you feel like, spring may come.
I'm
again.
riding with you today.
Yeah,
just
maybe just
saying.
come home with us.
So,
Yeah,
can I just come home with you?
You just have to get up with the baby tonight. That's all.
I go to work with Jesse tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
I got this all planned out. I'm going home with
How
Nicole.
about you, Jane? What's your favorite?
Well, you know, I agree with you that a good liquor is always warming in the winter. I like soup too.
You like goulash.
Goulash.
Didn't you say, wasn't that you that was?
No, I said we should have galoshes for
Oh,
going
galoshes. Oh my God, I messed that up. I'm sorry. I didn't
Have
know.
some more beer.
the accent.
I just,
Hey, just drink that down, would
sometimes
you?
I don't get Jane's accents. I'm sorry.
Goulash. Well,
I thought
mean,
you
goulash
said
is lovely,
you
but
liked
it's a little unsettling to the digestive system. But well, so goes. Well, no, I
what,
would love to have
beer?
some of that
No.
green bean soup. But and also cream of wheat.
Oh, I love that
cream of
stuff.
wheat for breakfast.
Oh, that's so
It's
wonderful.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
and congee. You can't get it around here, but
Kanji.
it's a Chinese staple. It's just
yeah.
long cooked rice, and it gets all glistening and gluteny and just.
That sounds delicious.
And
That
then
does
they
sound
throw
delicious.
things in it, and it's like chicken or stuff, and it's just good for what ails you. And it's a
And you can't get it around here?
What?
can't
Well,
get it
I
around here?
haven't found anywhere around here that actually has it. It's.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I keep leaning over here, and they don't like me to do this. But I feel like I'm that.
Other way.
I know,
It's me, isn't it?
I'm just attracted to, so attracted, and I feel so comfortable when I'm with Sheila. But I will endeavor to just stay over on my side of the room.
Just nudge
away
him.
from
You
her.
nudge
Made
her
my
back
space.
there.
I don't
No,
think
no, no.
I, the camera minds. I
The
don't.
director doesn't like us to do that. So, the interview. Did anyone see it?
I did not.
Nope.
Did anybody want to see it?
Nope.
Neither before.
Next subject.
That was some riveting television, folks.
Drink to that.
But obviously, all that bad publicity helped them because I don't think it's, apparently from what I've heard, it's not that.
It was not as big of a deal
Well, I
as they
got-
made
No,
it.
I
no.
guess the question would be, was it, well,
But
Was
wasn't
it a
that
tempest
interesting
in a
how
teapot
things?
to,
Was it a setup?
yes.
Yeah, wasn't that
Sony-induced?
interesting how everything
find
played
out.
Yeah.
We'll find
Indeed.
out.
And what do you think of the Oscars in general, the nominations? And was there anyone that you felt got snubbed? Or?
I've been living under a rock. I didn't see any Oscar nominations.
I've-
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've kind of been in my own little world right now with everything. So I know that didn't a bunch of things get snubbed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyone who wasn't white, I think.
Are you serious? I haven't seen the
Yeah, Selma
nominations. So I don't.
unfortunately didn't
Yeah.
get.
Oh, it
Anything.
didn't? I
No.
thought it did.
No, that was.
Got
Did it?
best
Okay.
picture. yeah.
Okay. And then I really want to see the movie Birdman with Michael Keaton.
Oh, I do
Supposed to
too.
be fantastic.
That's what I hear, and it's getting
Yeah.
really good reviews, and
Yes,
it's got a lot of
yes.
award stuff, and I'd
Supposed
love
to
to
be
see it
excellent.
because I
Yeah.
do love me some Michael Keaton too.
We have a home viewer calling.
Already?
Hey! And I haven't even given out the number. I'll do that after we talk to. I'll do it after we talk
Somebody
to our
has
home
the
viewer.
number.
That's
It's up
somebody-
there.
Well, I know, but I like to say it.
I know.
In case there's someone
who can't see.
Indeed.
What if
someone-
somebody's watching and they can't
Yes.
see?
Sorry to keep you waiting. Hello, home viewer. How are you?
Oh, well, hello there. Jane, we just wanted to say that your hairstyle is really over the top. It's great.
Oh,
On
thank
point.
you. I have my dear friend Brandon Miller to thank for my new hairstyle. He's a wonder with whatever I throw in my head.
Go, Brandon.
Where are you calling from?
Why messing?
Ah, how is it over there?
Well, a wee bit snowy.
All right. Is it snowing now? I hear it's supposed to start
just-
now. And
just
look out the
lightly.
window, would you, and just tell me.
Eyewitness
Slightly.
weather.
It's whatever it is, it's boring.
All right then.
Well, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You ladies you're fantastic show. We really enjoy it.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for watching.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
stay warm.
Yes.
Indeed.
You
Thank you.
too.
See you next
Have a
month.
scotch. Well, I prefer bourbon.
Ah, there we go.
There.
That actually
night.
that's my preferred. Take care. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for the compliment. I will tell Brandon.
Oh,
you
you're
will love
welcome.
his work.
Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Oh my goodness. Now, did anyone see Boyhood?
No, it's another one I want to see.
yeah.
I did see Boyhood, and it was marvelous.
Yeah,
Yes.
It must be fantastic. What
Indeed.
a great project. I mean,
What a great concept.
yeah,
I've
exactly.
never heard of Boyhood.
Oh, it's
Follow
cool.
You know,
it.
I'm so narrow-minded when it comes to
12
movies because I have
years?
such an
How long
attention
did it
span that's
take?
small.
14 years?
12 years.
12
They filmed
years.
it for like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Over 12 years.
Oh, wow.
And you
With a
see,
child growing
it's
up.
Oh, that's
what's
interesting.
his
I would
name?
watch that.
Eller Coltrane.
No, the
Richard
father.
Linklater.
Well, it's directed by
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke. I was trying to think of
And
the one
Patricia
that she
Arquette,
did.
Patricia
right?
Arquette, right.
Patricia Arquette and Ethan Hawke,
Yeah.
and this Eller Coltrane and Richard Linklater's daughter, whose name Lorelai. Lorelai, I
Lorelai.
think.
Hey, that's fancy.
And they filmed them for a week over a series of 12 years, and it's a really fascinating concept to watch these
That
people
is fascinating. I've
grow
never
up
heard of
and-
that
Yeah,
movie.
it was
I would
cool
watch that.
idea. I was listening to an interview of Ethan Hawke and Patricia Arquette on NPR.
Yes.
And it was a really good interview.
It was, yeah. They were. I mean, can you imagine
an
just being
amazing-
involved with that and seeing the end product? That would be what would be amazing.
And Patricia Arquette made a good comment to it. She's like, when I got started, you're investing years of your life
Right.
in this project. She's like, and if it just, didn't happen, she's like, then it would have just been awful. I just put all these
12
years in.
years for
Yeah.
nothing.
But
yeah.
but they're glad that the time they committed to it is paying off and is
It
worth
had
it.
to have been difficult to get back into character.
After 12
After
It's what
so
actors
many,
do.
Well, I know, but to the same, yeah, I know. But in my opinion,
Everyone here has been on the stage at least once. We all know.
It's difficult to get into character every morning. Just
Do
to keep
you?
coming back.
Some days,
Right?
yeah.
Put your game face on.
Absolutely.
Slap on some lipstick.
But that's
eyebrows
like,
first.
I mean, imagine that you have the maturity of each passing year
Yeah.
to add into what your character does, and then just the
You grow
knowledge.
with it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think it would be fascinating to do.
I
It's
think
like
so, too.
there's a version of Uncle Vanya that. And the name is out of my head. Wallace Shawn, Andre Gregory was directing. It was his company, and they met for years. I
Really?
mean, decades, and just got together whenever this certain group of actors could get together,
Right.
and they worked on Vanya for as long as they could do it, and just it was amazing.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That would
That
be
is pretty
great.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Anything else on the what? Has anyone seen any movies lately? Or?
I had a kid with an ear infection, and I'm back at school. Just to get out, like coming outside was such.
This is Nicole's first time out since last month.
Pretty much.
Is it? I was kidding.
Pretty much.
I saw Lone Survivor last week on a DVD.
Oh yeah.
You know what? It's not that I avoid reality, but the reality of war, I think we're brought home to that so much with the media today because, you see it as it's happening. We see the beheadings. We see everything. I think that was the most shocking, bloody movie to the point where just because my mind couldn't take any more of the awfulness of, and it's a true story, that I kept thinking of a Monty Python movie, with the one where they keep shooting the guy and he loses an arm and he keeps fighting and loses the other arm. He keeps fighting.
So he has
It
no
got to
limbs
that
left?
point, yeah, and then
Flesh.
they just
Ew.
kind of hopping around. But that's really what happened to these men in real life. And,
Oh, this is real.
Crazy
Mm.
money. Yeah, it's just.
Oh, I don't like that.
Is that the one that
Have we gotten a tweet?
We did.
Brad Pitt's wife? What is her name? Is that the one that
Angelina.
Angelina
All right.
Jolie? Is that the
All
one
right.
she directed?
No, I don't
We're
think
talking
so.
amongst ourselves quietly.
Sorry.
We're not doing good
Okay,
TV.
we're not. Oh, you're
Sorry.
right. Sorry.
We did get a tweet from Rachel Graff, and she says she loves the show. The hair is looking good, ladies. I guess that means for all of us because all of our hair is phenomenal. What is
Thank
that
you, Rachel.
woman knitting tonight?
I am crocheting. Listen, I don't even know. I just started. We'll see
C-word.
what it turns up to.
You're doing
I don't know
the
what it's.
C
Yeah,
word.
It's a
This
love
is what she
color.
does. She just picks
I
up
just
some yarn
start
and a thing
and see what it turns into. I don't ever know what I'm making.
Yeah.
And
I never
she
have a plan in
loves
place.
Broccoli soup.
Broccoli.
Ooh,
Oh, I love that
that's
too.
good too.
I actually almost made broccoli soup tonight.
Broccoli soup. Oh, I wish you
cheese.
had.
Oh, well, I'm
cheesy
sorry.
broccoli soup.
Next time I will bring in broccoli soup.
Give the number.
Oh, yes. Thank you. It's the voice, the godlike voice of our producer. The number, if you should like to call, is 610-378-0426. We'd love to hear from you, like we'd love to hear from that gentleman earlier. 610-378-0426. Or you can tweet us at @she tweets to me. I
love
have the
tweets.
Twitter already. Yes, we love tweets and we love calls, and you know, sometimes you're more interesting than we are. So let's go on to, well, has anybody, I forget what my New Year's resolution was, but, I know what my New Year's resolution was. It was to buy headlights for those people who drive around with the headlight outlet and the high beam on to compensate. But I didn't do that. Has
did.
anyone else done? Does anyone else remember what they are?
I stole Nicole's.
What was it?
Mine was lame, so I took hers.
What
Hers was
was
to be like a
mine?
better.
Oh, yeah.
You remember? To be a better person.
Stuff has gone down at school.
Yeah.
School's been real lately.
Nicole has changed her resolution, but I didn't. I kept it. I kept hers.
I'm
so.
trying to stay present instead of
Hey,
thinking
that's a good
ahead.
one.
And because I am a
Planner.
planning and the what ifs, and I cover all my bases. I think I'm doing a better job keeping things in perspective and living in the moment.
Oh, well, that's good.
I have my daughter to thank for that. She really has taught me a lot about a calm mind.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Cool.
Oh,
I fake it
I'm
real
working
well.
on it.
Well, see, you fake it really well.
Yeah, but like if you fake it long enough,
Well,
it
I
kind of
guess-
happens.
I guess
Yes.
that's true.
Like you can kind of talk yourself out of anything if you think about it hard enough, right? I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
It's good to be
Mind over
present.
matter.
Mind over matter. What's it matter?
That's
Who's-
right.
Anyway,
It doesn't.
I think we've exhausted that.
The resolutions.
But we have our dear friend Kirk, Jamie's husband, and he's up at Dutch Apple doing a show. What is it? It's called Midlife 2, The Crisis Continues. And it's very funny, and it's light and fluffy, and I think he sent us a little video of that, so roll that tape.
If you hear a creaking down in your knees, if your stomach looks like old cottage cheese,
If you're gonna start your car with the front door key,
the crisis continues. If your husband says that's muscle, not fat,
if your wife goes out and buys a red hat,
if you pass a mirror and you think, who is that? Oh, the crisis continues.
Mrs. Fields, hates no Mrs. Fields. From the day when I first smelled you good, I refused. And don't anybody blame you if the lemon macadamia made you stewed. Eat your heart out, Lorna do.
Hey, look, John, look, it's that guy. What's his name?
Which guy?
Oh, the guy there from Die Hard. You know, what's his name?
Oh, Die Hard. You mean Bruce Willis?
No, not him. The other guy with the accent and his big nose.
Jared Depardieu.
No,
Carl Malton.
no.
Jack Nicholson.
He doesn't have a big nose.
But no, but they sliced it in that movie.
Chinatown!
Yes! Glorious.
Now let's add some hips to it. Hip and hip, hip and hip. That's it, fellas. Looking good.
Sing glorious.
We cut your stick. Not spice it up with chest isolation. And yes. She knows I'm Nana. And while it sounds like a cliche, I love when she calls me Nana. Panic attack, yeah! Everybody do the panic attack! Panic, 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 panic! The only thing we have to fear is fear itself! And elevators. Panic attack! Life used to be so simple, now I'm on a teeter-totter because I'm at the drugstore buying condoms for my daughter. Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me what the difference is between ribbed and studded? Okay, thanks.
Okay, just one more thing. Would you both like the senior discount?
I'm sorry.
Would you like the senior discount? We offer to those 62 and over.
Was he talking to us?
He can't be less.
He meant some older hair
behind us.
You okay? When I took my Viagra this morning, it got caught in my strip.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, I've had a stiff neck for hours.
I wonder whatever happened to the Suitors. Do you remember Mom and Pop Suitor?
Right there stood their malt shop,
I'm a pop suitor.
which is where we first kissed, remember? Well, I still recall it well.
So do I. But that sight there, Suitor's Malt Shop, well, here's the big twist. It's gone and is now Taco Bell. Right next to a CVS.
Still right there sat young Jenny and Ted. And I don't have to say, we went back that next May. There in your new suit, you said, Jenny, I'm crazy about you.
Wow, that looks delightful. I'm sorry,
That
I
does
was
look
looking at the camera up here, or at the TV screen. Anyway, it's at Dutch Apple Dinner Theatre through February 14th, the perfect pre-Valentine and Valentine thing to do. You can find more information at www.dutchapple.com. And just a reminder, you can call us at 610-378-0426 or Twitter us at we have a tweet.
Ooh.
Yay!
Matt Richardson says, great show tonight, you all look lovely. My favorite winter meal is my mom's mac and cheese.
Which I made tonight.
Well, thank
He's
God.
very happy for that.
That's very
You
good.
are treating
Thank
your
you.
son to his favorite meal while he's in town.
Absolutely.
We actually have a wonderful surprise. You may notice that we have two non-ladies on the panel. Actually, this is TJ Bebb and Jarrod Renninger. Yes. No. Renninger. Sorry, I can't read your handwriting. Renninger from the One Wish Foundation, and actually they're good friends of yours.
I know
do you want-
TJ, yeah, from high school. We actually went to high school
Really?
together, yeah.
Wonderful.
A
And,
long time ago.
so tell us, what is this One Wish Foundation?
One Wish Foundation provides children with life-altering medical and social conditions the opportunity to experience a once-in-a-lifetime outdoor adventure. So whether it is hunting or fishing or four-wheeling or camping, it's a place where we can have the whole family out to get away from the realities of life.
That's
That's awesome.
That's great. And how long has this been going on?
We are just starting our 4th year this year, and our ultimate goal is to, at some point in time, to have a 1,000-acre plus property here in Pennsylvania where we can hand a set of keys
wow.
to a family 365 days a year.
Oh, how
That's
wonderful.
awesome.
The biggest problem with these kids going through these situations, I mean, these families are stuck in the hospital nonstop.
Right.
And I don't know what the statistic was, but a lot of these families go bankrupt
Oh, of course.
because
hospital
from the
expenses.
hospital
Yeah.
bills and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So if we can hand a family a set of keys and say, it's on us, go, just get away. We'll
That's
break from
amazing.
reality.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we just had a family that was from Philadelphia area. They actually transferred back out to Kentucky to be in a clinical trial at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. The little boy has incurable brain cancer. He's 6 years old. He has just exhausted his eighth or ninth treatment. But the nice thing about it was we took him to a lake fishing, and the family came back and said, "You're now part of our family." Because not once did we think of a medication, a needle, a doctor, a hospital. They were a family for 4 days.
How wonderful.
And that's what we're all about.
Sometimes that can be the most healing thing in the world, to just get
Just
out
to
of
forget about it for a
that.
minute or two.
Absolutely.
Because life, some of us have ongoing medical issues, so that whole concept that you get tied into that, you become
Right.
that issue, and it's nice to have things to take your head out of that.
And when it's a child, and the family has to focus on that. I can't imagine, I think.
It's like this last family that we took out, the older son had Tourette's and ADHD, and the trip was actually for him because he's used to the life in the hospital as well. And when we took him out, he had a great time fishing.
Sure.
And he comes back and he says to his parents that night, I know why we're here, and it's for Jackson. And that in itself meant so much for everybody that was involved to be there. It's something where, unless you realize it or experience, you can't really tell exactly how it feels, and it's fantastic. And all we did is give them 4 days.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Wonderful.
That's
That's
absolutely
really
wonderful.
wonderful.
And how are you funded?
We are funded by private donations and corporate sponsors.
And can people?
They can go on our website. There's a donate, and there's also one of the most important things about why we come here is because of all the HIPAA laws. Is finding applicants, because we've talked to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, Shriners, Lehigh, Hershey, Danville, and we're having a hard time getting the applicants in until we start taking some more children out and we start getting a reputation inside their clique. It's been very hard for us.
I hope our listeners are really listening to that. They need to know who these children are. Please listen to their contact information, because I bet many of you out there know families that
Everyone does.
would be
use a
able
break.
to,
Yeah.
let them know what their contact
Yeah.
information
And the website is onewishfoundation.org. One written out as the word onewishfoundation.org. And let's see, you're the ambassador, TJ.
Yep.
TJ or JT? TJ.
Jay?
Having a dyslexic moment here. And you've written a song for the...
I have. I actually saw a friend of mine post something on Facebook about 3.5 years ago, and I saw his words, and I was down in Nashville and read these words, went downstairs and wrote the song in about 10 minutes, which doesn't usually happen. As a songwriter, it could take months, it could take a year to perfect a song, and the song just kind of came out, and I sent it off to him, and we've been best friends ever since.
That's awesome.
And that actually reminds me, is this national or just...
It will be. I mean, our main goal is obviously to have the ranch here, where we can maintain for wildlife and we can have the family do some things in the outdoors and reconnect as a family. But 20 years from now, my ultimate goal is to have 20 ranches across the country.
That's wonderful.
To
That
do the
is
same
wonderful.
thing. I mean, the biggest thing that kind of separates us is that it's in our bylaws that not a single officer, advisory board member, or anybody gets paid for what we do. It's all volunteers.
So 100% goes back to the children.
Yeah.
That's
Wonderful.
absolutely
That's
wonderful.
fantastic.
Well, let's hear this song.
Yes.
All right. News came in, we all bowed our heads, looking for the answer. Can't believe when we said it's time to celebrate. It's life I can get. One last thing I want before I go to heaven. And you grant me one wish, I won't ask for much. We can go hunting, hang with my pop. I know it sounds out there, it's all that I need. One wish, one dream, one life, one memory. Will last forever. I heard these words, I said, God, please. I got what it takes to help this family. What do you need? What is your dream? I'll do my best to grant your wish. Can you take me outside? Feel the sun on my skin. I just wanna feel like a kid again. Climb the highest mountain, catch a big old fish. One wish, one dream, one life, one memory. Lasts forever. Can it take me outside, feel the sun on my skin? I just wanna feel like a kid again. Climb the highest mountain, catch a big old fish. One wish, one dream, one life, one memory. Lasts forever. One wish, one dream, one life, one memory. Lasts forever. Thank you, thank you.
That was very cool.
You're proof that angels walk on this earth.
Thank you very much. Indeed.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Yes, that is the One Wish Foundation at onewishfoundation.org. Is there any other way to contact you? Or
We're on Facebook as well.
on Facebook, One Wish Foundation?
Yes, and we do a little thing out there every time somebody's in the outdoors with their children or just being, hunting or fishing or four-wheeling or anything like that. They ask them to do the One Wish pose, and then we'll post it on our Facebook page.
That's wonderful. And anything else you'd like to tell us about it? It's such a wonderful idea, and
We're just out, and we appreciate you guys letting us come on the show. I mean, we're always just out to try and spread the word. We just got back from Vegas, and I was out in Indianapolis, just trying to get people to, awareness, And we have a function every June, first week of June, out at the Leesport Farmers Market. 600, 700 people come out, and we raise money to help these kids.
excellent. So really, if you do know any child in a dire situation and who could use a break from their trouble, please let these gentlemen know. onewishfoundation.org.
And let them know that you heard about it on our show. Maybe you could let us know if,
Absolutely.
if you get any leads back from our show. 'Cause we have great listeners.
And
We
even
do.
if you don't know someone,
Someone
Spread the word, yes.
spread the
spread the
word
word.
and donate.
Indeed.
Make sure that
important.
this dream
Absolutely.
Really
continues and
important.
gets bigger.
Yep. That's how these little things get.
Big.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and this is something that should be
It's
big.
really
This
Indeed.
is an amazing idea.
The work
Yes.
you're doing is very important.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Oh,
doing
it
it.
is.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
with us, and
Thank you.
great good luck with. Go ahead.
We couldn't do it without our staff. I mean, we've got a lot of dedicated volunteers that are out there, and thanks to my wife for being there with me and pushing me through, and our kids and so forth are fully involved as
Yeah,
well.
we
So-
definitely couldn't do it without our families, for sure.
Oh, Taylor has said, "So proud of my daddy. Love the One Wish Foundation."
She did that to try to make me, yeah. Thanks, T.
She's trying to make Dad mushy.
All right.
Running to his
All right.
knees.
Well, thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
do keep in touch.
Yes.
Let us know how the organization is going. We'd
That's
we
something
wanna-
we can do in June.
Give us
Yeah.
a,
Show, our
give us
June
a
show.
heads up
Yeah.
again
Come
before
visit
your
them.
event
Yeah.
in June.
Absolutely.
We'll announce
We'll
it in
come
our
and join
May
you.
show.
It's we have it set up at Leesport Farmers Market, like I said, 700 people, but it's going to be the first Saturday of June from
That
here
would
on.
be great.
Let
Yes.
us, remind us in
First
May,
Saturday
and
in
we'll
June.
put it on our May show,
Awesome.
which will be the
That'd be
fourth Monday.
great.
To remind people.
Right.
Greatly
Thank you
appreciate
again.
it.
That is, again, onewishfoundation.org. It's TJ and
Jarrod.
Jarrod. And we are so happy to have you here with us. And now we have to go to a short break, and we'll be back right after. See ya. And welcome back to the second half of That's What She Said with me, Jane, Sheila, Martha, and Nicole.
Howdy.
It's nice to have you back. It's not that you've been away. Never mind. I feel like I haven't seen these. I know it was only
much
what,
longer
it was
than
only
that.
4 weeks ago.
4 weeks,
but,
I was in
but it
4 weeks
feels
is a
like
long
forever
time.
since
It's
I've seen.
exhausting
'cause
4 weeks.
It has been,
Yes.
because I haven't really seen you people during
A lot has
the break.
happened in 4 weeks.
It has. The world has changed. Here's something that's happened. Je suis Charlie.
I have the app. You can get the app.
No.
Free app.
There's an app?
I have it. I'll show it to you after the show.
Yeah.
What
You
is-
can get it in any of 3 languages.
Whew.
What
You'll
does-
get the whole magazine.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I would like
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
Now, but here's an interesting thing. It was an incredibly large news story, but there's. I don't. Somebody be more lucid about this than I'm being.
Martha, you
So
do it.
the Charlie Hebdo event where they put out a cartoon, a satire of Muhammad, right? And so there was a shooting and killed 12 staff members, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody went on a rampage, right?
Yes, and so globally it brought people together to support this magazine and say,
Which support free
and
speech.
free speech, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because without free
senseless.
speech, we're doomed. But I guess the thing we were discussing was that there are still all these Nigerian girls out there, and we don't hear anything more about them these days.
And over the course of the whole Je suis Charlie event, Boko Haram, then it was another mass event. I think 2,000 people were killed by them. Is that
Right.
And it got almost no coverage.
I was going to say, I don't think I even heard
Charlie,
about that.
because the Charlie Hebdo event was.
I don't
was
think
taking
that,
them.
I think you have to look at that as 2 different things, though. That doesn't minimize the Charlie
It
Hebdo
doesn't.
event.
I mean,
No,
Still
it does not.
was.
If
does
anything,
not.
it's a statement about our journalism these days,
Exactly.
where we don't. The news is on 24 hours a day, and yet we focus on one story. We don't.
Some things just get more attention than others. I mean,
Indeed.
whatever's
But
able
people,
to be
freedom
sensationalized.
of speech and freedom of the press, if we lose those things, we're going to be in Nigeria. And that's, that magazine it was a tiny little magazine.
Yeah, it had.
And it was cartoons, it was satire.
Yes, it was offensive, but
Well, a lot of things
So
that
is
I
most
see in our local
Well.
Printed
publication
journalism.
is, what is more offensive is a paper that says, well, we're not going to print this because you might be offended, or we might
Yeah, what
offend
is the
this
point
group.
of news if
You
you're,
know,
like,
I get
not
to
really
think
gonna
for
stir things
myself. I don't need a newspaper to think for me, or any medium to think
Indeed.
for me.
I wake up every morning and I hope I offend somebody.
Absolutely.
Well, if you offend somebody, at least has made them think.
I wake up and I hope I
Um,
don't offend somebody. That doesn't
exactly.
always happen, but
And
I'm
the
just
teacher,
saying.
it's inevitable.
You
Well,
going to offend
I'm going to
somebody.
offend somebody at some point.
How is that being back at school now?
It's an interesting transition because for 10 years I put everything into my job, and I
Walked away for a minute.
I walked away for a minute. When I came back, I was very naive in a lot of ways, and I thought, all right, I'll have this kid, I'll go back, I'll be me.
Like riding a bike. Right?
I am fundamentally a different person
But
now.
your priorities have
My
changed.
priorities have changed. I'm a different
Your job
person.
isn't your life.
It's not my life. I'm learning to be more efficient when I'm at school. It's a work in progress. I'm behind on several things, and I'm trying to figure it all out. But it's different. It's very, very different. But it's also made me actually like teaching more.
I was going to say, you're probably a
Because-
better teacher.
You got a break from it for a while.
Yeah, and I came back and I had, it was the end of the semester. So I came over 2 weeks before the semester changed. So I took over these classes for just 2 weeks, and there are these 2 kids in my last class who everyone told me, they're like, oh, these are the worst kids, they're the worst kids. And so for the whole day, I'm gearing myself up, and I'm going, I'm going to destroy this class. I'm just going to like put them in their place. And then right before the class changed, I thought to myself, that's not going to work. You know, and in the old, what is that saying? You get more flies with honey than vinegar. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to be honest with them, but I'm not going to be cruel to them. That's not fair. And these 2 kids that everyone warned me about, for 2 weeks I had a great time with them. Yeah. And I'm walking around and everyone's going, how was it? Are you okay? And I'm like, they're not that bad.
I needed the right teacher.
And I'm getting these big saucer eyes. Are you kidding me? They're not that bad. Yeah, they just
exactly.
And you know what? 4 months ago, I wouldn't have been the right teacher. But now that my mindset has changed, I was able to get to them a different way. And that felt good. That felt good. And you know, I was very proud of it, and I'm invested in those 2 students now, and I hope they do well. I really do. I think about them every day, and they're not my students anymore. But I'm just
however they do will be better because they had you.
Well, for 2 weeks, we'll see.
Yeah,
but I hope, yeah.
Right.
I hope.
Well, here's the secret topic, which Jamie omitted from here.
Forgot secret topic.
And this seems like an interesting segue. How do we deal with toxic people in our lives?
Eliminate them. Goodbye.
How many chances do you give a toxic person?
1.
There are people who...
My God, I love her even more.
Well, let's see.
You got 1 chance. You make
But there are
done
those
with
people who will give somebody a chance after chance, digging for that nugget of goodness in there, because everyone has a nugget of goodness in them. But sometimes it's so covered in manure that it gets tiring digging, and well.
I think.
But go ahead.
I think I'm better at recognizing, since I'm older, and one of my students last semester told my husband that he did love me when I was his professor, but I always reminded him of the grandma you didn't want to piss off, which is exactly the image I've been going for. But I think as that grandma, I'm able to say there are toxic people. When I was younger, I tried to find the good in everybody, and I tried to think, well, there's another way of dealing with them. Some people are just toxic, and frankly, I don't have enough life ever to be around them. I can't let them in my life.
There comes a point where you realize that someone who is a toxic person is sucking the life out of you, and you just don't have the energy to give them any more life.
No.
And you just have to go snip. And
absolutely.
That's all right.
It's hard. I'm not saying it's an easy thing to do.
I think there are people who have bad days. That's
not yes.
There's that toxic person that you've been around and you've seen them in different groups, and they interact with every group the same way. They get in, and there's like a poison that spreads, and dissension and animosity just seem to build up with those people. I don't have time for it, very frankly. I'm rude and abrupt, and I get out of their lives.
And you have to be careful. Yes! That toxicity can change
spreads.
You, too.
It's contagious.
It's tiring.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we all agree on that.
Yep.
All right, fine. Get the toxic people out of your life. Have a good time. It's easy, and it's so much easier just to be happy and to be pleasant and to care about other people.
Do you think toxic people know they're toxic?
They don't.
Some do and some don't. Some have some semblance, but some, my biological father, no idea.
No, I think there are people, because some of them are big manipulators. They'll play to whatever crowd, and you have to know you're doing that.
And there are the crisis makers. That's a term a former brother-in-law of mine taught me a long time ago. But the crisis maker, the person who will come in to a group that is functioning well, calmly, no ripples, they have to create a crisis in order to feel necessary. And those people are toxic also.
Indeed. How are we doing on time here? Oh, we're fine. All right. Well, we're going to jump back a little here now, because this kind of ties into the Charlie Hebdo thing. And this is censorship. And, well, it ties in with the toxic people thing, too. We're just a ball of continuity here. Is it good to censor ourselves?
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Sometimes you have to be diplomatic.
I think you
I
ought.
won't
You need
swear
to.
on TV, but that's it. That's the only censoring I'm doing.
No, but there are times when you need to engage your mind before you open your mouth. I think you need to think. The blurt who just says everything and then says, "I didn't really mean that. I'm really sorry I said that."
That's censoring yourself. That's more like just like
Controlling
watching
yourself.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
check yourself before you spit things out.
But actually, this is Nicole's topic, so
It was.
just well. But am
To
I?
us, all great wives.
She's like, wait, what?
But are we pursuing it in the spirit in which you meant it?
Censorship.
Well, these topics, when we discuss them, I go to my husband. I say, Jesse, what should we talk about on the show? So really, this is my husband's topic, and I think he
What did
meant
he want us to talk
Jesse,
about?
we have to know.
He's dealing with a little one right now.
No, he's not gonna
I
Jesse,
think
we're
he
not.
meant it with the
She's here.
the Charlie Hebdo thing.
Okay.
You know, should we be censoring to manage populations that would be offended, or do we say what we need to say? And
They don't have to. Nobody had to read that magazine.
Political correctness.
Nobody had to read it.
Is such. It's a wonderful idea that leads straight down the road to fascism, because
Absolutely agree with it.
Yes, we should all be considerate of other people,
Mindful,
mindful of other people. But when we start
Don't bite your
making
tongue too
everybody
much.
fall in line doing the same thing and having to think the same way, that is dangerous. And now, what are your Valentine's Day plans? How was that for a segue?
That was a good segue.
don't censor yourself on Valentine's Day.
Don't know. What the girls doing on Valentine's Day?
Jesse,
Right.
put the kid down.
Do you have a sitter for Valentine's
Someone
Day?
offering to babysit?
We're going to dinner.
Are you going where?
Monteloro's having a special Valentine's Day.
Oh,
A friend of
well,
ours is coming up to join us. We haven't seen him for a long time, so we're doing a threesome sort of.
Well,
Hey, Valentine's
spice it up for Valentine's.
Spicing
Ah, I have to go see Kirk's show on that night.
Oh,
It's the
ooh,
closing
ooh.
night, so
That's
yes.
fun.
Well, it'll be fun, yes.
That's a nice date night.
It is, but I won't have a date, but
You won't? Oh.
I'm taking myself, and
Well, that'll be nice.
maybe I'll meet somebody lovely, because
Hey,
you
who's
share
watching?
you
Maybe
share
we can have
tables.
somebody
Yes,
here.
somebody can
somebody
come
see
to
Jane.
midlife crisis with Jane. But yeah, you share tables, so maybe I'll meet my next ex-husband there.
There you go.
Hopefully he's better than that Otto.
Oh, the Otto. Talk about toxic people.
Yeah.
Yes, Otto was a horror,
Okay, we
and
got 10 minutes.
I'm not glad he's dead, but
10 minutes.
I'm glad he's
You
dead.
are glad he's dead. 10 minutes. We have only 10 minutes left. Wow.
Go so fast.
Indeed,
does
it
go
does.
fast.
And do you have anything planned, or you just? I think you should get a sitter. Why don't you get a sitter and go out and have a nice night?
Hey, viewers, anyone want to watch my kid?
He's really cute.
That way we can go out to dinner and go to a movie and fall asleep in the movie.
And he never cries. Yeah, right. So he can take a nap peacefully.
All right, fine. Well, maybe Jesse will bring you flowers and chocolates.
He might, he's
he
sporadically
romantic like that?
romantic like that. He
That's lovely.
every once in a while he comes home on a random day and brings me flowers and does something sweet.
Lovely.
Jesse, look at
He's
him.
There you go.
adorable. I love my man.
I don't know what your current state
Me?
is. What are you doing?
Well, I'll probably just spend the night at home with my loved one, so,
No,
we don't do much out
That's
in
cozy,
public.
too.
So, yeah, we'll do that.
she's the lady of mystery, staying at home with the loved one.
That's right.
I like that. That's very nice.
And speaking of, do we have have you started thinking of daycare for when little David gets?
Oh, he's in daycare.
Oh,
Already?
He's starting.
babies can go to. Babies that young don't go
you
to
can
daycare?
start babies at 6 weeks.
Newborns,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, by the way, I would just like to put out there that the United States is the worst of all developed nations in maternal care and young child and young parent care. We need to get on this because in most other developed nations, like how about our friends to the north, Canada, you get 38 weeks to share between you and your spouse on how to
Childcare.
to care for that child. Where here in the United States,
like 6.
you get 6 weeks, 8 weeks if it's a C-section, and a lot of times you are using your sick leave. For example, I lost sick leave time, my sick days, to have a child.
Well, you
That
had
is
morning
not
sickness,
right.
didn't you?
I
You
didn't.
were sick, no?
The Scandinavian countries have
Luckily, it worked out for me
plans.
that when it happened, I had my time off, and then I had the summer, and then I had my maternity or my sabbatical. But a lot of women don't get that, and that's just not right. I'm just
And
put
there
that
are,
out there right now.
and there are
It's not
people who
right.
simply can't afford daycare. So we talk
Exactly.
about, well, then there are more women staying at home today to raise families than there have been in the past decades. So the tide is turning.
And dads too.
Well, but the problem is that many of those women would get out and work, but they can't find a job that pays enough for them to be able
That
to
it's
afford
worth it,
child
yeah.
care.
I'm the opposite.
You know?
If I could stay home, I'd be home in a second.
Well, yeah, but I mean, some of them are caught in a poverty situation. They would like to go out and work. They don't have the skills to get a job that will pay them enough that they can afford childcare. So they're stuck down there somewhere.
We need to do a better job in this country of that.
There
Absolutely.
seems to, yeah, we seem to be a country of catch-22s and dead ends that.
Nobody knows that
Keeps
better
it.
than me. We're
Yeah.
my
Well-
place.
Sorry, I turned that topic on its heel, but
We
it's,
need
it's
to
a
do
bitter
more
little
for children,
thing. Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Preschool.
daycare he's at is great. It's just that he, for 8 months he was with me. I think he thinks he's a little adult because he bonds well to other adults. Like he loves all of you, he loves other adults. I brought him there for a day to visit before he started. I put him on the floor with other kids, and he was like, "What are these things? Get
called
them
them
away
the
from
grown-ups.
me." He's like, "They're really weird. Get me away from them!" And he started crying. But he's doing much better. The only problem is he's gotten everything you can get. He got a head cold. He just got an ear infection.
Daycares are gross.
Oh,
All kinds
gosh.
of nastiness
He's sick
floats
all the
around in
time.
daycares. They're gross. Kids.
Yes, how are your kids?
They're fine. They're wonderful. They're not sick anymore. Nobody's sick. So
Is there anything going on with the
our color guard.
Yes.
Yeah. We're competing this year.
Oh, wow.
So we're doing that. Yeah, we're gonna go to Wildwood. We're gonna do
That's
our
great.
thing.
Yay!
This
Yay.
year, hopefully, will turn out better than last. And next year will probably hopefully turn out better than this year. I'm getting there. I'm chipping away at it, baby steps.
There you go. Well, that's how you
Rebuilding
start.
a program, so it'll
That's
go.
wonderful,
Hopefully it'll be
Sheila.
Now, what did were you a stay-at-home mom and you had kids?
For the first 7 years, I was,
Okay.
until my son was ready for preschool and my daughter was in second grade. We moved back to this country, but I was in a different situation in that I was married to a man who did not want his wife to work. And when I had a profession that I'm still practicing.
Italian?
No, I wasn't.
Just wondering.
I know.
But
I don't want their women to work.
no, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I loved it, but I loved being able to go back to teach. And I got rid of that husband, and life was so much better.
And got a job, right?
I got a job.
Traded a job for a husband.
Yeah.
Well,
Everybody wins.
that's a wonderful thing to do. Well, we won't go into my maternal history. It's too long and too winding.
It's too crazy.
It is.
I love crazy.
It's a crazy, crazy
Crazy,
road.
I
and
love
crazy.
crazy.
we just
Yep.
don't have the time to
yours
go
don't.
down that road. Let's see. Well, I want to remind everyone. Oh, Jamie didn't. Here's a job for you, Jamie. Look up the date of the next show while we're talking, because
Oh yeah, that's coming up.
yes, it is. Oh, you know what? What is today?
Monday.
26th.
Well, then it would be March 26th, because February and March.
But
Oh
this
no,
is
except
Wait,
January.
February is the next one.
never mind. I have no.
Have some more beer.
23rd.
Monday, February 23rd is the next show. I was only 3 days off.
And then the March one would be.
It was just a month off,
Then
too.
the March one will be Monday, March
and a
20.
Right.
We don't know.
All right, fine.
Fourth Monday of every month.
I want. Tell
this
us
is
about
cool.
tell us
Yes,
about this because I don't know anything about
It's an art showing. It's an art gallery. It's at actually, let's see. It looks like Alvernia University.
Where have I
It's
got?
a student from
Yes.
Alvernia. His name is Theron Cook. He's having an art showing this week from January 20th to February 11th. So it's going on right now, and It should be really cool. I think, he has some amazing artwork to show.
It's in the Francis Hall Miller Art Gallery.
That's right. And you can look on his website. He has a website, tcookdesign.com. tcookdesign.com. So check him out.
And how do you know him?
I don't know him. He actually is a friend of a coworker of mine, Andy.
Ah.
So, hi, Andy. I know you're watching.
Wow.
I love this.
Yeah,
I
so
love
isn't
the
that
picture
cool?
they
That's
do.
one of
Yeah,
his
it
drawings.
is.
So,
Nice.
yes. So if you have a chance, check it out. It should be pretty awesome.
That's wonderful. Is
Yeah.
there anything else going on in anyone's life that they would like to announce?
Garrison Keeler is going to be
He is.
I'm not going to get to see him, but I believe he's going to be here Thursday night at the Performing Arts Center, Senator Performing Arts Center.
That's going to be fun. I
Yeah.
wish I could see that, but I'm booked that evening.
Yeah,
I have to do a for Sumling up at in Akron at the
for Sumling.
at the
Yeah.
Pig Stomach Emporium.
I can't.
It's wonderful. Yancy's Pig Stomach Emporium. It's
Don't knock it till you tried
it's
it.
amazing. 2 minutes left. My
No big
goodness.
stomach.
How far have you gotten on your thing? Well, no, it's good. It's tasty.
I cannot. No big stomach for me. This, I'm getting there. It's just a little thing.
I like
Oh,
the
look how
colors.
much you did.
Yes, look at that.
You did all that in this
Matches
time.
my sweater.
Oh, it does match this. Look. Very nice.
Wow,
Oh, this
you-
might have to go to Martha.
Martha.
Whatever this is going to be, it's going to Martha.
Well, I think that we should all wish our viewers a safe day in the snow tomorrow.
Yeah,
If-
stay
well,
out there.
who
Keep
knows if
warm.
we're going to get anything because we didn't get this last thing we were supposed to get. So
Oh,
We're
yeah,
going to go
please
out
let
there
them
and it's
be
going to
wrong.
be this deep,
I would
right?
like.
Oh my God! Yeah,
In this
now
room with the
I would
windows.
like to be a newscaster because
you
Is
can.
A meteorologist.
a meteorologist.
It's the only
Yes.
job you get to keep.
Yes,
It's a
one of
crap
those.
job.
We were
saying
You can
this
be
in the
wrong
car.
all the time, and you still get to keep your job.
Exactly.
Snow.
I want that job.
I can guess.
I
can
guess
look
at
at the
work,
clouds
bad
and
things
guess.
happen.
I mean, that seems, and we're not going to have time for this now, but that seems, the more technology we get, we don't know anymore. Nothing's more accurate. We just have more information. And Jamie's giving me the rolling fingers, which means
But we have-
must
fast forward.
We must fast forward, and you
Well,
can
we
catch
have
us
like 2
on
minutes left.
when we're not here on That's What She Said Online, and we'll be better. That's What She Said Online.com, and we will be better about posting things there. Or you can send us tweets to She Tweets to Me. And we want to thank, as always, BCTV and our wonderful studio folks, Joan, Sam, and Kevin tonight. Kevin's new with us. Welcome, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
We will see
You'll
you
learn
again
to
on,
love
what
us,
was that,
Kevin.
Monday, March 23rd.
February
February
23rd.
23rd.
I just want
don't wanna
skip
think about
February. I don't
February.
know why. I don't like February.
It's a terrible month.
It is a
but
terrible month.
We'll make it better.
We will.
We'll be here.
We will.
Yeah.
Here, February 23rd.
February.
Our drink should be something red.
And we have to say goodbye.
Sassy.
Shush, we have to say goodbye.
We have to say goodbye.
Hi.
Goodbye, everyone.
We don't
Have a
wanna say
wonderful time till then. Stay warm and stay unsnowy.
See you next month.
Bye.
Bye.
In February.